From the basement to giant stadiums, hey friends, whether you're hardcore gamers who've worn out your keyboards from so many clicks, or those who think gaming just means playing Candy Crush, just imagine for a second, there was a time when gaming tournaments were held in a damp basement with a few massive CRT monitors that looked like they were dragged out of a dinosaur museum. Back in 1972, Stanford University students organized a game called Space War. What was the prize? A one-year subscription to Rolling Stone magazine. Yeah, believe it or not, the prize was a magazine, not millions of dollars. But that little spark set off a chain reaction. In the 80s, arcade tournaments like Space Invaders and Atari took the world by storm. Then came the 90s LAN parties, filled with the smell of chips and the whir of computer fans, mixed with the screams of gamers who just landed a headshot. All of this took esports from a friendly get-together to stadiums packed with roaring fans. I'm Mashtaba Sami, and welcome to Winocast, where we dive into the world of video games. Before anything else, subscribe to Winocast so you can be the first to know about my new episodes. Also, follow our page on Instagram. Alright, now let's go back to the early 2000s, when high-speed internet arrived and gamers no longer had to play only with their cousins. Epic tournaments like World Cyber Games and ESL emerged, and games like Counter-Strike 1.6, Warcraft 3, and StarCraft turned into global wars. In Korea, especially in StarCraft, it was like they were playing 3D chess. For example, in 2004, a gamer named Boxer dominated StarCraft so hard that a whole stadium showed up just to watch him. That's when we realized this wasn't just a game anymore, it was a multi-billion-dollar industry. Sponsors like Intel and Red Bull jumped in, teams started signing million-dollar contracts, and gamers became the kind of stars that only footballers used to be. Imagine, once the prize was just a magazine, but now they're signing million-dollar deals. Genres and gaming kings. Okay, now let's get into the battles themselves. Esports is like a huge restaurant. Whatever you want, you'll find it here. From mind-bending strategy games like Dota 2 and League of Legends, to lightning-fast headshots in CS2 and Valorant, every genre has its own champions. For example, Faker, the king of LOL from Korea, is basically the Michael Jordan of gaming. In the 2020 Worlds, he crushed his opponents so hard that his fans are still crying tears of joy. Or take S1 Empel, the Ukrainian MPL in CS2, who plays like his mouse is a laser. But you know what's even cooler? Games like FIFA and Gran Turismo pulled gamers out from behind their monitors and into the real world. For example, take Jan Martinborough in Gran Turismo. He was so good that Nissan said, "Come on, get behind the wheel of a real car," and he went on to compete in professional racing. These guys aren't just gamers anymore, they're stars. You think being a pro gamer just means sitting around, chugging Red Bull, and racking up kills, just taking out virtual characters? No way, man. These guys make millions of dollars a year from tournaments, streaming, sponsors, and even selling t-shirts and mugs. For example, Bugha won $3 million in just one Fortnite tournament in 2019. But behind all that fame, there's a lot more going on. They train 6 to 10 hours a day, follow a diet that's like something out of astronaut training, and have coaches, analysts, and even psychologists so they don't explode from stress in the finals. Believe me, the mental pressure in a Dota 2 or LOL final is, sometimes it's even worse than a World Cup final. These guys aren't just gamers, they're kind of like Supermen, except their weapon is a keyboard instead of a gun or anything else. So, guys, are you ready for a whole new world? Now that esports has come this far, its future, with virtual reality, VR, artificial intelligence, and 5G, is about to take gaming to a whole new level. Imagine a VR tournament where gamers are standing in the middle of a real stadium, but they're fighting aliens in the metaverse. Or, for example, AI analyzing team strategies and creating training bots that feel almost alive. Esports isn't just entertainment anymore. It's a universal language. From New York to Nairobi, everyone's talking about a headshot in CS:GO or a comeback in Dota 2. So if you've got a game controller or keyboard in your hands, just know you're breathing in the middle of a global gaming revolution. Are you into gaming and stuff like that too? What do you play on? Which one? Do you even want your kids to play games? Or do you think gaming is pointless and tell them, go find a job, learn a skill, pick up a trade? But maybe you don't know that you can actually make money from gaming, even become famous worldwide. If there was a gaming competition, would you be willing to participate or let your child take part? Let us know for sure. We were researching the content for this program and came across some very prominent and world-famous gamer. We saw that there are some really surprising statistics out there. They had YouTube channels with millions of followers. The first person had about 111 million subscribers, and the second one, with a difference of almost 60 million, had around 45 million followers. What was really fascinating about the first person was that their videos had been viewed 29 billion times. We did a quick calculation to see how much they might have earned just from YouTube, and it turned out to be at least around $29 million just from YouTube. And since what year? Since 2010, meaning over 15 years, they've made $29 million. Just think about what an incredible industry this is. And that's not just from videos related to gaming. There were even videos about their personal life, their family, places they visited, trips they took. The stats were really fascinating. We'll definitely dedicate a special episode to talk about these things and dig up some more statistics. Stay with us. Follow Winocast. In this special segment, we're going to introduce two bomb tournaments happening in August 2025. One of them just wrapped up, but everyone is still talking about it, and the other one is on the way, and it's seriously wild. Get your keyboard and mouse ready, because we're about to go on a gaming journey. So, first up, let's talk about Fortnite, the king of battle royales, which took place from August 2nd to 3rd, 2025. It was an all-out war. Three-person teams from Europe, America, Asia, the Middle East, Brazil, and Oceania went head-to-head to win a ticket to the FNCS Global Championship in September and frame it. The prize? Over $2 million just for the major section. Someone played Fortnite with a panda skin, but built so well it was like they were constructing the Eiffel Tower. Now, there's a strange and unique tournament, GeoGuessr World Cup 2025, which will be held online from August 29th to 30th. In this game, you have to guess where you are in the world using just a single view from Google Street View. It's like a geography mission where you need to be both smart and lucky. Gamers from all over the world come together to compete and see who can best tell if a street is in Tokyo or the middle of the Australian outback. What's cool is that you feel like a global detective. The prize is super tempting, but the real fun is testing yourself in such an unusual competition. Follow the streams on Twitch to see if you end up finding a lost village. Someone thought they were in the middle of Africa in GeoGuessr, but it turned out they were in their own driveway in Florida. Now, let's put out a call to you, dear friends. If you want to know how you can sign up for these tournaments, like GeoGuessr or even the next Fortnite Major, or if you want more details, just send us a message on WhatsApp, Telegram, or Instagram. We'll send you a guide on how to do it better, and maybe one day you'll win $1 million prize yourself. So, tell me, which one did you like more, Fortnite or GeoGuessr? Thanks for sticking with me, Mashtaba Hisami. This was the second episode about computer games from Winocast. Until next time, keep your grip strong and